Cheerleaders. It all started with Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. Then it was a question, are you on the list? Well, now perhaps the biggest question of all, who's her daddy? At the center of all these mysteries, Claire Bennett, the indestructible cheerleader. Hayden Panettiere plays the cheerleader. Hayden, good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I mean, it's amazing that so many people are into this show.
I know.
And what's really amazing, at 17, your character is really kind of the central character to all this.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it's such an incredible collaborative group show, and everyone sort of falls in love with their own separate characters because they're so completely different.
Just in case there are people out there who've heard the expression save the cheerleader, save the world, but who don't watch the show, explain who your character is and why she's special.
I play Claire Bennett, and I'm the indestructible cheerleader. Not in real life, though. I'm not indestructible. And she's been on this journey to find out who she is, where she comes from, who her parents are, who's her daddy.
I think what's interesting is indestructible physically, and yet really what seems to be tearing her apart the most emotionally is this quest to find out who her biological parents are.
Right.
We know who her mom is. And we should also mention her mom has kind of an interesting little power as well.
Yeah, she does. She's like a pyro. She's a fire starter.
Her fingers and hands turn to fire.
They turn to fire.
The first time we meet her, she's actually lighting a cigarette with her finger, which comes in handy, I think, when it comes right down to it.
For those people who smoke.
And now she's revealed who your daddy. I mean, how many times can you look at someone like, who's your daddy and not be rude? But it's okay.
My dad was actually walking around. He was all jealous. He was walking around going, Hayden, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
I'm your daddy, Hayden. I'm your daddy. So we know who your daddy is on the show, Nathan Petrelli.
Nathan Petrelli.
But there's a problem with actually meeting him, right?
There's a problem. He's sort of, obviously, as you guys watch the show, he's a big politician guy running for, the whole campaign. And he's not ready to be involved in another child's life. He's very worked into it, and you can only imagine what that would do to somebody's campaign efforts.
Exactly. It's not exactly the first thing you want to talk about at a campaign appearance. Let's take a look at a clip from tonight's show. So it's a sneak preview for some people. And here it is right now. Okay, here we go.
Tell me about him. Because he wants to give us some money.
I don't want his money.
I'm heading back to Mexico for a while, so we're probably not going to see each other. I want you to take real good care of yourself, okay?
Let me go back to this idea of being 17, a young actress in Hollywood. You go into an audition, they say, first of all, had you heard about this project?
I hadn't, which was what was so strange is usually in this business, you hear about great things beforehand. Everyone wants a script. Everyone wants to be a part of it. Everyone's going in. You're in a room packed with 20 other girls. And I went in to a general meeting with NBC, and they sort of tossed me the script on the way out that had a little cockroach running across it, and it said, heroes. And I was like, okay, I'll read it. And I think it was a good period in my life that I wanted to get involved with a show.
But when you read the script and you said, wait a second, they're interested in me playing an indestructible cheerleader who could save the world, did you say, this is a little out there?
It wasn't that it's so out there, because people love things like X-Men. I mean, X-Men pulls it off amazingly. We obviously don't run around in tights and capes and stuff. But I think that was the concern, is the script was great, but what happens when they have to continue this for 2-3 seasons, the story either usually becomes cheesy, it's too slow, it's too fast, people don't get it, and it's completely unrealistic, and we've sort of skirted all those issues.
We're gonna continue this for 2 or 3 seasons. I can tell you that right now.
I hope so. We're already signed on for the 2nd season. We were signed on, I think, one of the earliest shows. So.
What about a normal life at 17? How do you go to school? What about college? You're a high school senior, right?
Yeah, I'm a senior. I'm finishing at Laurel Springs, which is a homeschooling program. I went to regular school up until 8th grade, and I moved to South Africa to do a film, and sort of stayed there and finished my freshman year, and it was just easier for my lifestyle.
But if you're finishing homeschooling high school and you're committed to do this show for a while, what happens to college?
I'm hoping to possibly go to Santa Monica College, which is really lenient. I think you can take online courses. I'll get my requirements out of the way, and then depending where I am in my life, in my career, in 2 years, I might transfer to USC or UCLA.
It's tough to kind of stop things when they're going so well
yeah,
right now, isn't it?
my whole family's from Duke. I've got 15 alumni. My great uncle was the dean of the law school. It's got a wing named after him, and so I wanted to go there, but I think I might have to.
Bruins, Blue Devils, you got a good choice there. Hayden, nice to see you. Good luck with your character on Heroes. It's great to have you here. And you can catch an all-new episode of Heroes tonight at 9, 8 Central Time, right here on NBC. And up next, do you ever fall asleep in public?